You can see that turf is very bad right around where the Ohio running backs are lined up right now.
They break out of the bone. Flag goes down as Thornton rolls right. He will not get the first down, but we'll check on the flag.
I think that's going to be procedure against Ohio. And you bring up a very good point, Bob, when you talk about the scores against Eastern Michigan, and you talk about just how close this Ohio University team is. Even though they're winless on the year and in the Mid-American Conference, obviously, this team is not that far away from being the other way in terms of their record, because they've been in pretty much every ball game they played this year. Eastern Michigan undefeated in the Mid-American Conference. Ohio has played them in a tough ball game. Ohio was dominating, really. They were winning by 2 touchdowns in the first half before they let things slip away. But if Ohio wins that game against Eastern Michigan, it's a real carryover effect, because Ohio, against all the other opponents, like we've mentioned a couple times, they've led them at halftime.
Procedure call against Ohio University. Kent will accept the penalty, it looks like. Instead of having a 4th and short, they'll make it a 3rd down and 5. So Ohio will get a second chance on 3rd down and legal formation.
Of course, a lot of rain earlier this week in Athens, as evident by the field right now. That's exactly where the ball's at, and that's where turf is not very good right now. Field is in pretty good shape, though.
John Sanders comes into the game for Ohio University as Mobley checks out. That would mean they're abandoning the wishbone. They go with twin receivers down to the bottom of the screen. On a 3rd down play, Ohio trying to keep a drive alive and score before the end of the half. Thornton, screen pass to Greer. Greer's got some green in front of him to the 40. 1st down, dragged down at the 35-yard line. Nicely developed play by Ohio University. Andrew Harmon making the stop. But Anthony Thornton did a good job of selling that one as he looked deep and finally looked off to his short man, Greer, and got him the football. And Greer with that good speed gets the 1st down.
Yeah, it was a good play action, too, by Thornton as he kind of kept the ball tucked behind his back. And Andrew Greer, a player who Ohio doesn't like to throw to their back that often. Andrew Greer with 15 catches on the year. He's pretty much the only back that sees the ball in receiving-wise out of the backfield, but there is a clip on Ohio. So that'll set up a 3rd and probably about 15 situation.
Well, the flag was thrown down the 25-yard line, pretty much away from the play, so it must have happened deep in the secondary. And that really hurts Ohio University as they'll be marched back 15 yards. They'll mark it back to the 50s. They mark it from the spot of the infraction, not from the line of scrimmage. And Ohio will have to try again on 3rd down. This time it'll be 3rd down and 9. So once again, the penalty bug reaching up and biting Ohio University. Somewhat of a questionable call, though, as the call was made way downfield.
Jim Swanson comes in with the play as Doug Davidson now goes out.
They've had Davidson in there in running situations. When they've gone to the bone, Davidson has been in there. Now in the passing situation, they bring back in Swanson.
Now let's see if they go to him over the middle. Ohio's tried that. They've looked that way a couple of times. Right now there's a problem with the 25-second clock that hasn't started.
Ohio from the I formation at midfield. 4:42 to go in the first half. They lead by 7, 14-7. Thornton, play action. Under pressure, gets it to Greer again. Greer makes the reception, but is brought down immediately, a gain of only 2. So the penalty hurts Ohio University as now they're going to be in a punting situation, and Kent State holds, and they'll get the football with 4:30 to go in the first half. Ohio to go downfield at least once, try and get the ball in the field goal range, and try and get the lead back before half. We'll see what Cleve Bryan elects to do. Once again, Byron Cross not in the lineup. Go from the I formation. And Thornton will indeed throw. He will dump it off to Greer on his screen pass. He's got a couple blockers in front of him. Greer breaking tackles into Kent State territory, down to the 43-yard line.
And now we'll see if Ohio's ready to line up at the line of scrimmage. The clock stops, of course, until the ball is spotted, and they are ready to go.
21 seconds to go in the half. Ohio would be wise maybe to spike this ball into the ground and stop the clock.
1st and 10.
Clock starts on the whistle. It has started. 20 seconds to go. Thornton. Quick hitter to Sanders, and it's almost intercepted in and out of the hands of L.D. Hartman. So Hartman should have had the interception. He dropped it, and that stops the clock now with 15 seconds to go.
Well, how I would imagine probably would need about another 20 yards to get in field goal range. Jim Delburn has been an excellent kicker this year. He's 8 of 9, but his long is only 43 yards on the year. So Ohio would probably, and of course you add in the win, and I think you need about 20 yards right here, which is well within reach.
Ohio does have a timeout. I really wouldn't be surprised if they try a draw play or something like that to Andrew Greer and try and use his talents in the open field. Thornton, play action to Greer, goes into the air for Swanson, who makes an excellent catch and hangs on to the football down at the 25-yard line. Second great catch by Swanson today, and he caught that one with a couple of Kent State golden flashes draped all over him. The clock is stopped at 9 seconds. Ohio has a timeout, and they better use it. I don't know why Ohio is not calling a timeout. Kent State trying to make a switch. Clock is running now. 8 seconds, 7 seconds. What's OU doing? Thornton throws it away. And the clock stops with 5 seconds. Why not just call the timeout and get your field goal unit out there?
Well, it looks like it's going to be about a 42-yard field goal attempt. Jim Delburn's long in the year is 43, so it is within reach.